B section part 2, very similar. A, the passing chord they do live, but we have a G if you want to put that in. F major 7, F major 7 sus2, this is exactly like before. E sus4, like before. So all of this so far is the same as B part 1. So I'm just going to play that first bit. Now here, instead of going to the G13, we go to a B7. B7 you may already know, it's a standard kind of open chord. Looks like this. We've got a 2nd fret on the 5th string, 1st fret on the 4th, 2nd fret on the 3rd, the 2nd string's open, and then 2nd fret on the 1st string. We're not playing the low E here. So that was instead of going to the G13. Then we go to a C, normal C chord, I'm sure you know this one. So avoid the low E. So that's C. Then there'll probably be the weirdest chord in the whole song. This one is kind of an A7 augmented chord over a C sharp. It's a bit of a weird one, to say the least. When you see what it is, you'll understand why I think he's playing this and how he would have written this in the first place, because it's got such a bizarre name and it sounds like a really complicated chord. But all I think he's doing is moving a C chord that we're already on along 1 fret, and then avoid playing the 6th and the 1st. So we don't want to hear those. Because we're strumming, you really need to try to mute those with the left hand. So I'm going to mute this string with that finger just from underneath, so it just touches it. And then the 1st string from above with the 1st finger. And that's easy, all you do is just angle your finger down very slightly. Not too much, because you don't want to get the note. It just wants to be that. So now if I play each string, I've got mute, 4, 3, open, 2, mute. If I play all of that together, you'll hear how weird this chord is. And you just hear that and think that can't be right, but I'm pretty certain it is. So I'm going to play B part 2. You may have noticed firstly that how weird that last chord sounds. It kind of resolves when it gets to the next chord, so it sounds slightly less weird in the song. But also you might have noticed that I changed the rhythm for the last 2 chords. For the C and the strange one afterwards, I changed the strum to a sort of slower kind of half-time strum. So I'm kind of going like this, and then change the strum. Again, I can look at the strum very specifically if you need me to, so just let me know. So I'll just play the last 4 chords. Okay, so now I'll put the whole of the B section together. I'm just going to play through it with the right rhythm, the right chords, but slower than the actual song. Okay, that's the whole B section. Okay, so the C section of the song has got a whole load of new chords in it. They're mostly ones we haven't used yet. It's E minor, standard E minor that you almost certainly will know. E minor add 9. This is quite a nice one. What you have to do here is take the second finger away. You might want to slide your first finger a little bit closer to the fret. And then third finger, or it could be little finger, 4th fret, 4th string. Sounds like this. That's a nice chord. And you're strumming all of the strings for that. C major 7, which is a C chord without the first finger, so you probably know that shape. Sounds like this. Avoid the low E. Then we've got an F sharp 11. This is a little bit more unusual. If you think of an F sharp bar chord, so earlier in the song we had an F bar chord, moved up 1, that's F sharp. Now lift the bar off so that you're only on the low E string, like that. So I've got 2, 4, 4, 3, open, open. Another nice chord. We've got A7 sus4, just played like this. There's different fingerings you can do for this. There's a reason why I'm doing this one, so I recommend it. Do it like this for this song. So I've got my little finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret, my second finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. It's just that. And you play 5 strings. So we've got open, 2, open, 3, open. Another nice chord. So that's A7 sus4. Now often you'd play that with different fingers, but for this song it wants to be like that, I think. Because the following chord is an A minor 7, so all you do is take the little finger away, keep this one on, put first finger on 2nd string 1st fret. You may know that chord. It's 5 strings. Then there's a very quick chord that follows this one, which is also A minor 7, just a slightly different shape. And all it is you add the little finger on the 1st string 3rd fret. So what we've got so far is E minor add 9, C major 7, F sharp 11, A7 sus4, A minor 7, the other A minor 7. I'm just going to play through that before we look at the next part. It's almost a repeat the next part. Have a look at the rhythm that I'm playing when I do this. So the rhythm's the complicated bit, the chords aren't too hard. We start off with the rhythm we played earlier in the song at the beginning of the B section, where you just play the small bass note strum, then the full strum. 4 times on the E minor. Same on the E minor add 9. But then when we get to the next chord, the C major 7, we've gone into that kind of half-time slower sort of strum, still the same beat, but this kind of strum. F sharp 11, same kind of strum, but very quickly we've got to change to that A minor, the A7 sus4, halfway through like this. So there's sort of 2 beats each. 1, 2, 1, 2. A minor 7. Now this is a whole bar and then a whole bar on the other A minor 7, but what you have to do is change to this one slightly early, which is called a push. So we don't change on the beat, we change just before the beat. I'll demonstrate it and hopefully it'll make sense. So if I didn't push it, it would sound like this. Now with the push. Just really makes that chord stand out. And then the second half of the C section is exactly the same: E minor add 9, C major 7, F sharp 11, A7 sus4, A minor 7, but this time we don't go to the chord with the extra finger added. We're on A minor 7 just for a bar, just normal timing, and then just A for a bar on the end. So I'll just play that section. Which leads you really nicely into the B section, which starts also with an A chord, you may remember, but it was a bar chord. And I quite like that. He's here, to my ears anyway, he's playing the A here at the end of the C. But then to go back to the B section, going to the bar chord, same chord, just a different position. Okay, that's all of the C part of the song. So we've looked at A, we've looked at B part 1 and B part 2, and we've looked at C. And the very end of the song, which follows the B, it's just a D major 7, which was our first chord of the song, 4 strings. Just strummed like that. So just to show you how the ending sounds, I'm just going to play B part 1, B part 2, and then the last chord. So that's the whole song. Quite a complicated one, but well worth putting the time in, I think. And you're probably watching this because you like the song, so it's definitely worth persevering with this one. I don't think any of the chords are that hard to play. As long as you can play a bar chord, as I said at the beginning, then none of them are that complicated to actually get your fingers into, but some of them might be unfamiliar. And the names, I always sort of give you the names of the chords. You don't really need to worry too much about the names of the chords to be able to play this song, but going forward, looking at other songs and to develop your playing, then it's obviously useful if you know as many chord names and shapes as possible. But some of the ones in this song, I should say, you're probably not going to find in many other songs. Things like the F-sharp 11, you'll find that occasionally in songs. Sounds like the beginning of a Rush song to me. But anyway, yeah, that is in other songs. And there's other chords in this that you'll find occasionally in songs like E minor and 9. The one chord that I don't think I've ever seen in another song is the A7 augmented over C sharp, which was this. And you can hear why it's not in many songs, but in this song it fits perfectly. Okay, so please comment if you have any thoughts on that one, if you liked it or if you didn't like it, especially if you did. And please click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and suggest any other songs you want to see. Could be more Supergrass ones or anything else, and I'll do my best to have a look at them. Okay, thanks.